One of the most exciting things about flight simulation is bringing that real-world cockpit feel right to your desk. And today we got something brand new from WingFlex that does exactly that. This is their RMP COMBO Cube, an all-in-one panel that combines the Airbus radio management system, transponder, and TCAS into one compact unit. It's built to scale, plug and play ready, and designed to fit seamlessly with the rest of WingFlex's modular cockpit lineup. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the Cube, go over some of its key features, and of course, get into the unboxing so you can see what comes inside the box and how it's set up.
Alrighty folks, let's go ahead and get started with the unboxing of the WingFlex A320 RMP Cube. So let's go ahead and open the box here. Let's take a look what it's inside. So first thing we see here is the quick installation guide. Very nice and handy. Gives you an installation guide on how to install the stand or the legs. Here tells you everything that is included, so very nice. Let's put this to the side. Always love a product that includes a quick installation guide. Always comes in handy. Let's take this cover here, and there, as you can see, is our unit. So let's go ahead and pull out this unit. Just like that, there it is. We're gonna put this to the side and just remove the last bit of the unit so we can have a clear space here. And the last thing that it includes, as like the other products are from WingFlex, let's get this out of the way. Open up here. And I love this about WingFlex products. It comes with a screwdriver already, the legs, the hardware, everything you need to literally plug and play. So there we go. Nothing else in the box. Let's put that to the side. So here's your stands, here's your screwdriver, here's the hardware, and here's the USB cable that you're going to use. Alrighty guys, as you can see, we have everything laid out here. We have all the hardware here. We have the legs already out, and what we're going to do is install the stand. So again, this slotted side here, as you can see, is going to face inboard just as so. So we're going to go ahead and get these installed and then show you how it sits. Alright guys, the stands are already connected, as you can see, and then we're gonna check it out like that. Very easy. Just make sure you feed the screwdriver through the top holes, like so, and then insert the screw once it's on that side, and just 4 screws. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to break this. And then there she goes. It stands just like that. All the buttons and features. So what we're gonna do is gonna go ahead and connect this to the computer and fire it up and check it out on the simulator. Alrighty, now that we have it all set up, let's talk about some key components of this radio management panel RMP Cube from WingFlex. First and foremost, this is a 4-in-1 integrated panel. So this combines the radio management panel, right? You got your radios here, ATC transponder, TCAS system, and glareshield indicators like ATC message and autoland right here. Here's your TCAS functionalities, and then your transponder. It's very nice. I'll show you how it works in the sim, but you just click ATC, and then each of these have a numerical value, and you punch in your squawk code, and then press ATC, push it in, everything works very nice. Next thing I'd like to mention, it's 80% real aircraft scale, which is great for people that don't have a lot of desktop space like myself. So this is great that I have all that functionality and I can do it all from right here. Another great feature about this panel, it's plug and play compatibility. You see here, it only uses one USB-C cable, goes to your computer, adapts to the WingBridge software, and it's ready to go. Not a lot to it, you know, that's one of my favorite things. You don't have to customize any buttons or bind them or anything like that. It's literally plug and play. You fire up the plane and this works already. Another great thing is the ergonomic tilted design. So meaning, you see how this is slightly tilted to about a 13-degree angle. It gives you that nice line of sight when it's sitting at the desktop facing you. Plus it gives you that line of sight for ease of use and visual comfort. Also, this is a dual color LCD display and lighting sync. So meaning dual color LCD screens replicate the authentic visuals and fonts. That's one thing that WingFlex takes huge pride on, is its fonts and the visual display. It is very, very realistic. The brightness automatically syncs with the other WingFlex modules like the FCU and EFIS for seamless visual consistency, meaning if you have the FCU or the EFIS from WingFlex, it has the knobs to adapt the lighting or the brightness. It all works together. Also, you don't have to have these other products from WingFlex, this is a standalone unit. However, if you combine other WingFlex modules, they all integrate into a cohesive cockpit ecosystem. So you can have this by yourself connected and just use it as an RMP, ATC, and all the functions it has, or you can connect, you can get yourself the EFIS or the FCU cube and start creating a nice ecosystem of Airbus products. So again, guys, a few things to reiterate on this. Obviously compact, yet very capable. It's plug and play, very realistic look, color, feel, tactile functions of the buttons and switches. The lighting is great. You'll see it when I fire it up. We'll have dark lighting. Scalable ecosystem. It works great with the other WingFlex products. And also the pricing on this unit is actually not bad at all. For $200, you get four big functionalities. And honestly, it's one of my favorite pieces that I've owned yet, because if you're doing a lot of ATC flying, either that's VATSIM, Pilot's Edge, or if you're doing beyond ATC or say intentions with AI air traffic, a lot of the time you are switching frequencies. And I don't know about you, but when I'm flying, especially after takeoff, you're hand flying, everything's happening very fast. They ask you to switch over to departure or center or anything like that, and now you gotta zoom into your radio panel, use the scroll wheel. It makes life so much easier having this, so it's very, very worth it. But with that being said, guys, that's pretty much it on this end of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook it up into the sim and show you a little demo on how it works.
All right, y'all, here we are on WingFlex's website. As you can see, some nice cool shots of some of their articles. However, let's go and find that bridge software we need to test our EFIS and FCU. You're gonna go up here, you wanna go to support, find the bridge software link, then you scroll down here and you press that button right there that says download. Now I've already got a copy downloaded and installed, so I can just go straight to my desktop and open that up.
Alrighty guys, once you download the WingFlex Wings Bridge software, you're gonna open it up. And this is the menu that's going to pop up on your screen here, right? And right now we're not loaded into the aircraft or the simulator. We're just running the software on the desktop. And as you can see here, if we go to equipment, it'll recognize the equipment that's already plugged in right now. Right now, I don't have any of the other components like the FCU or the EFIS connected, so it's not going to recognize it. But this is what's going to show. And if you go into here to the firmware upgrade, this is where you can perform any firmware upgrades if there are any available. But right now there isn't, it's already up to date. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click it, open it up, and as you can see, now the RMP panel comes to life. It lights up, it does everything there. Here you can play around with the screen and change the brightness, as you can see there, from bright to dim, and the backlight as well of the panel, just like that. And like I mentioned earlier, if you have already these panels here, the EFIS and the FCU, it has the knobs on there that you can adjust the backlight as well. So it's really cool because it all works together. So yeah, you can see here, it has everything there. You can play around with the panel, switch everything, press the buttons on and off, just like that. You see here on the screen, as I'm moving the knob for the RMP, it's showing me the selections I am making there. So make sure that everything works 100%, right? Just like that. Go all the way to 100. Beautiful. And as I turn the switches, you'll see it on the software side of it. So it recognizes everything, all the buttons. Here you see, as I press them on and off, just like that. So nothing much to it, guys. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this side of the video because it's very straightforward. You download it, you install it, and then you go to the equipment, you can test it, and that's it. Once you have this running, you can minimize it and then fire up the simulator and it'll recognize. You don't have to do anything else. It recognizes the aircraft. You'll see here when we are running the simulator, it'll tell you what platform you're running and the aircraft that's loaded in. And if it's one of the ones that the WingFlex software already detects, everything will work as it's supposed to. So that's going to be it on this portion of the video. Now we're going to move on to the actual demo on the aircraft. See you there. Alrighty folks, here we are loaded into the simulator and we are in the Phoenix A320 and we're sitting at Sanford and we're just going to do a quick rundown of how this saves your life, how it saves so much time. Instead of clicking through all the knobs and stuff like that, this will save you a bunch of time when you have to navigate through all the frequencies, especially when you're talking to air traffic control. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quick scenario. I'm gonna request my IFR clearance, and it's gonna ask me to go through different frequencies. It's gonna ask me to tune my squawk and all that. So what we're gonna do, I already loaded up everything into the aircraft here, and we're not gonna fly. We're just gonna go through the steps so you can see how much easier it is to navigate through the frequencies, tune them, and all that stuff. So here we go. So looks like clearance is on 121.35, but let's just say we gotta tune to ATIS. So ATIS is 125.975. So 125.975, just like that. We hit here, and
Zulu. Wind 155 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 27. Dew point 26. Altimeter 3010. Density altitude 1300 feet. Arriving and departing runways 27 right, 27 left, 18, 27 center. Advise on initial contact you have information uniform.
Okay, information
Orlando
uniform.
Sanford
So
International Airport.
swap. Okay, so clearance is on 121.35. So let's change this to 121.35. And it's so much easier. 121.35. So much easier than having to look down here, coming over, zooming in, and going through like this. Your scroll wheel. Nope. Just use your hand here. 121.35, just like that. And we transfer over. Just like that. So let's go ahead and claw clearance. Orlando clearance. Good evening. Skymark 1234 requesting IFR clearance to Miami.
Clearance on request. Stand by. Skymark 1234 cleared to Miami. Radar vectors DDAN E. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 27010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.775, squawk 2475. And a change to your departure runway this time. You can expect runway 27 center.
Alright, so let's read it back and we'll start making some changes. Clear to Miami, radar vectors Danny, then as filed, climb and maintain 4,000, expect flight level 27010 minutes after departure. Departure on 119.775, squawk 2475. Departure runway has been changed to runway 27 Charlie, Skymark 1234. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our squawk so you can see how easy it is.
Skymark 1234, read back correct.
Alright, read back correct. So to load in your squawk code, all you have to do is hit the ATC button here, and you see it'll show up here the default squawk code, right? So let's move this camera here so you can see. Oh, here we go. Okay, so if you hit here, it'll clear.
Clearance citation 500 Echo Zulu IFR to Key West, flight level 360.
Like that. So we just cleared it. So now we're gonna put in our squawk code of 2475. So think of it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2475. So this is 2. I can get my finger on it. There we go. Gotta clear it. All right. So 2, 4. Oh, that's 5. My bad. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 4, 5, 2, 4, 7, 5, just like that. And then you just press this in, and it pretty much like enter.
Good evening, Sanford clearance.
All right, once you put in your code, you just press the knob in, and then go hit back ATC, and it'll bring you back to your radio stack here frequency. So as you can see, we are tuned in to 2475 on our squawk. Here's our TCAS knobs. As you can see, as I turn on the TCAS, different modes, and standby, auto, and on. I'm gonna leave that in auto. I'm gonna leave this in standby for now, and then let's just contact ground to get our pushback clearance. So ground is on C121.35, so it is on this frequency here. Let's swap it back and let's get them called up. Sanford ground, Skymark 1234 requesting Clearance for pushback and start.
Skymark 1234, pushback and start approved. Contact ramp on 119.99er for the tug if needed.
Contact ramp on 119.99er for the tug if needed. Skymark 1234. Alright guys, and that's pretty much it, honestly. Again, very easy. You can turn it on and off here. So let me show you. That's off. That's on. You can switch between your different VHF1, VHF2, VHF3, load, HF1, HF2, and again, if you go to ATC, that's where you can change your squawk, and so forth and so on. So very, very cool. I love flying this. I did a full flight. Let me swap the frequency here. I did a full flight, and it was so much easier than looking down at the pedestal and trying to figure out what knobs I gotta hit or actually scroll through on the computer side. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown on how this works. It works very, very nice. It will save you a lot of time and a lot of headaches having to scroll through the frequencies. So if you're somebody that likes to do VATSIM, say intentions, beyond ATC, anything like that, this thing is totally worth it because it will save you a bunch of time, and it's so much better than clicking and you just start touching and doing it with your hands. So that's the WingFlex RMP COMBO Cube, and what makes it stand out is just how much it really saves you. Instead of wasting time clicking and scrolling through the radial panel on screen, you can just reach out and handle everything directly with your hands. Fast, simple, and overall, natural. It also saves you desktop space with this compact design, while giving you the same realistic look and feel you'd expect from a real Airbus panel. It's plug and play, so setup is a breeze, and it's versatile enough to work on its own or as part of a full cockpit build. And the best part? It's priced really competitively, making it an easy upgrade for any simmer looking for more immersion. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this look at the WingFlex RMP Cube, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. I'll see you in the next flight. As always, happy flying and smooth landings. Peace.